up, everybody? This is D. Joseph Allen. Thanks for tuning in. BonsaiSky, how are you doing? This is a video response to your video, The Wisdom Behind the Hijab. Now, I've been a subscriber of yours for a long time. You were actually, I think, one of my first subscriptions. And for some reason, I don't think I ever caught this video. I was watching one of your more recent videos, and I saw it on the sidebar, you know, more from BonsaiSky, and it caught my attention, and I gave it a look. And I have a couple of objections. Instead of just narrating what you said, I'm going to take your video and slice out a couple of parts that I have objections with, and just, I guess, just go for it. So here goes. You'll notice that I'm basically jumping to the end of the video because this is where I have my main objection, although I will touch on a couple of other points which are also of interest to me. So here we go. Here's the first part.
See, the hijab is a preventative measure. That's all it is. It's a preventative measure. It is a command by God. What is the reason? What is the wisdom behind it? Think about it like this: a preventative measure. When you take, for instance, your car and you put an alarm in it, why do we put an alarm in our cars? Why do we put an alarm in our homes? That's what the hijab is. It's a preventative measure. That someone wants to bother a Muslim woman, is to come up and say, whoop, she's wearing a hijab, she's a Muslim woman, I'm not messing with her. That's a sign of honor, righteousness, respect. I'm leaving her alone.
Now, this seems to be a recurring theme with you, Bonsai, where you use the preventative measures argument. However, it rubs me the wrong way because you're comparing women to property. And property doesn't defend itself. Women should be strong enough and empowered enough to protect themselves without having to cover their bodies from head to toe. Maybe we should focus a little bit more on educating and enlightening men instead of implementing things like the hijab as preventative measures. Also, when you state that when men see a woman wearing a hijab, they see it as a sign of respect and honor, I would also have to disagree with you on that. A lot of people will see it as a sign of repression, and they will fear it, not respect it.
The hijab is a symbol of honor, of respect, of humility, of obedience to their creator.
Sorry, BonsaiSky, but no. You see it as all those things because you're a Muslim, because you want to see it like that, because it says so in your holy book, because it's a command from God. For a lot of people, myself included, who are non-Muslims, it's a sign of repression, of abuse, and of misogyny. And I think that with the final point that I make on this video, you will understand why. Now, I know we're not talking about the burqa here. The burqa would probably be seen as a lot more extreme. However, why wouldn't you want all women to wear burqas as well? I mean, if they're supposed to cover their hair and their bosoms because they might incite men in some way, why not cover their faces? I mean, a lot of men find the eyes of a woman very attractive, or her lips. Those can incite men as well, so why not take it that extra step and go for the full burqa?
It's a sign and symbol of all of those. The same way when the nun wears her habit, right? That's a sign of respect and honor, dignity, etc. Likewise, it should be like that for the Muslim woman.
The habit for nuns is a sign that they are married to God, that they have dedicated their life to the church. Not all Christian women are required to wear it, just like not all Christian men are required to dress as priests. It's a completely different thing.
Just naturally, women have been made beautiful. I mean, God has made women beautiful just by their nature. And for a woman to hold back that instinctive, or to suppress that instinctive, way of wanting to beautify themselves merely for their husbands only, it's the most beautiful thing. I'm telling you, I have the utmost respect for Muslim women. For someone to be able to do that when the way they have been created is quite the opposite is amazing to me.
Huh? What? So, I'm confused. What I really find disturbing is that basically you're following the same line of all monotheisms, which is God creates you one way, and then He commands you to be another way. So God makes women beautiful, and with an instinct to want to beautify themselves, and then commands them to repress that instinct and to cover themselves up.
That you would only reveal that diamond to your spouse. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, my wife, right? She's covered. I don't want other people stealing, glances at her or looking at her or maybe even bothering her. I don't want that. I want my wife for me, and she wants me for her. Period. That's how it should be.
Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for, and this is what I was talking about earlier in the video that was going to make my point. And I think this completely destroys your argument. Let me play that for you again.
I want my wife for me, and she wants me for her. Period. That's how it should be.
Now, Bonsai, I'm not going to argue with you that most of the time it is men that make the sexual advances. It is men that glance at women. It is men that lust after women. It is men that tend to have more trouble keeping their sexual impulses under control. However, women have these impulses as well, and especially you living in a Western country, you've probably experienced this. Now, you're a pretty good-looking guy, and I'm sure that women more than once have seen you and have felt attracted to you. So why don't you wear the hijab? If you only want your wife for you and you cover her up, or she covers herself up, and she only wants you for her, why wouldn't you wear the hijab as well, to however minimal it may be and however unfrequently it may happen, to avoid any women looking at you, any women staring at you, any women feeling lust for you. See, this is why so many people, like I said, and myself included, find the hijab to be repressive and misogynistic. Is that a word, or is it misogynist? Because following your logic, if this is a sign of honor and a sign of respect, and your wife should wear it so that no other men look at her, then why shouldn't you wear it so no other women look at you? Now, I know your answer will probably be because Allah doesn't command in the Quran for men to dress like this. There are different dress codes and restrictions for men. But you have to understand, when you're talking to people that don't accept the Quran as the word of God and that don't believe in Allah, then that argument is moot. You're saying you want her for you and she wants you for her, and you don't want other men staring at her and glancing twice at her. Then you should afford your wife the exact same thing. You should wear the hijab or a garment like it and cover yourself up so as to avoid other women the temptation of looking at you and disrespecting your wife, I guess, in a way. Now, this, coupled with the fact that many Muslim women are forced to wear this, they don't wear it voluntarily, is what leads people to conclude that this is pure subjugation and nothing more. That's it from me, Bonsai. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. For everybody else, if you're interested, there's a link here on the side to Bonsai's profile and the video I'm responding to. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you around.